grind time, baby. You keep telling yourself that you want to change and you want to start working out and you want to start eating better and you want to start looking better, but each day passes and you're not doing a damn thing about it. Hell, you guys saw me on tour. I was the same exact way. I was eating out 3 times a day and enjoying and loving life. But today, that changes. I'm gonna start my own fitness journey and I'm gonna work out every single day from now until I go back on tour, and I welcome you to do the same. Ain't nobody gonna change for you and ain't nothing gonna change for you unless you get up off your butt and start changing for yourself. I know you don't like hearing people tell you that, but if somebody cared for you, they would tell you that, and I care for you. So get up, stop complaining if you're not doing anything to change your circumstances. It all starts with you. Change starts with you. Becoming who you want to be starts with you. I believe in you. Now all I have to ask you is, do you believe in yourself? Good morning to the best family on YouTube.
The grind don't stop. He stays green. And the lions stay.
Just finished my workout. I want you to think of it like this. When you work out, you're working out all the bad habits you have. You're working out the bitch inside you. Mind my language. Everything that's like negative about you, everything that's bad about you, you're working out. You're literally destroying an older version of you and creating a newer version of you. Working out is so much more than just how you look. Working out is about how you feel, how you mentally feel, how you carry yourself, how you walk around, how you feel about yourself. So when you work out, just know you're destroying the version of yourself that you hate and that you want to change. So instead of being mad at how you are and how much you hate yourself and how you feel about yourself, destroy that person by working out, treating yourself good, eating good, and becoming the newer version of you want to become. So today, I know you guys were expecting me to confront the motorcycle thief, but I didn't get to see Simi today because I wanted to ask her if the person I think has it, but I didn't see her. So expect that tomorrow. So today was another detox from tour. I literally just stayed at home. I went to the gym. I relaxed, I ate, and I spent time with my dogs. But I could not vlog for you guys. So I'm gonna use this opportunity to talk about something I've been wanting to talk to you about for a long time. Now, when you saw this thumbnail, I don't want you to think it's in any way trying to be braggadocious or be like, yeah, look at me, or this is how much YouTubers make. That is not what my intentions for this video are. My intentions for this video are 100% to inspire, motivate, and help you guys. If I was able to do what the title says, I 100% not only believe, but know that you can do it as well. So if you want to hear my story as to how I did it at such a young age, I'm more than happy to tell you, and it does not involve having to be a YouTuber. You can do whatever you want and still be able to say what the title says. If you want to click off the video, that's totally fine by me. I'll be back to a regular vlog tomorrow, but this is a story I've never shared with anybody and I've always wanted to share. I know money is a sensitive topic and a lot of people don't discuss how much they make and all of this stuff, but I still feel like if you were able to do something, there's something good that can come out of helping people achieve the same thing. The rules to success are not to share your secrets, but there's also a group of people who feel like you can get more success by helping people reach success. You guys know I want to be a motivational speaker. You know I want to inspire so many people around the world. And you know a huge thing about DOSEofFOUSEY is I want to help you become a better you. So I hope by watching this video, you can start setting new goals for yourself and you can start making more money in your life and you can start reaching new levels of success you never thought that you could reach. So I'm going to make a very long story as short as I can. If it does end up being long, I promise you it'll be worth the watch. So I started YouTube on March 25th of 2011. At the time, I was broke. I was a waiter at Chili's and I was a cashier at Best Buy and I was literally living paycheck to paycheck. I was also a college student. Deep inside, I knew that there was more for me out there and I knew that one day I was going to be making more money, but I didn't necessarily know how I was going to do it, but I knew that it was going to happen. That's something that's very important, so I want you to think about that through this whole story. Sometimes you have to believe that something will happen without actually understanding how it'll happen, because how will fall into place as long as you believe and put action into doing whatever it is you want to do. So skipping a long time, I ended up quitting Chili's. I ended up quitting Best Buy because I truly believed that I could make it onto YouTube. So I asked my mom at the time to apply for a Best Buy credit card for me so I can buy my first ever laptop and first ever camera. Didn't have money, asked her to buy it for me, and I told her I'll pay her back. Long story short, I did end up paying her back. Something I never told people, my first huge chunk of YouTube, I didn't make any money. Now, it's not because my channels didn't make money. I just wasn't making money, and here's why. So I was with this Bootsy YouTube network. It wasn't an official network. It wasn't a full screen. It wasn't a Maker. It wasn't a, Studio 71. It was just this random YouTube network that I found on the ad of the side of my video. Each month, I would get this paycheck, and it was very small at the time for the views that I was getting, because I was getting a lot of views, but my paychecks were super low, and I knew something was wrong. Like, I'm getting 600 here, 1,000 here, and I was like, man, what's this YouTube money that everybody talked about? But I never let that stop me, and I never let it affect my motivation and my passion for wanting to do video. Months went by, and I was still getting the same amount of money. And then I started uploading some of my most viral videos. I uploaded shit Drake says, and I uploaded, Middle Eastern parents and Middle Eastern family episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these were all getting millions of views, but my money wasn't adding up. And it was getting extremely frustrating, but I still loved to do the videos, so I didn't let it stop me. All of a sudden, I get in a fight with the guy whose network I was under. It ended up being this one guy who lived in his house, who had this fake YouTube network, and what he was doing was collecting all my money each month and then giving me maybe 2% of what I was actually earning. So finally, when I had my first manager, he got in contact with Fullscreen. The day I signed Fullscreen, I didn't know how the whole YouTube analytics stuff worked. They sent me my first check and I got $20,000. This is $20,000 out of hundreds of thousands of dollars that I had probably lost to that guy that I'll never get back. But I finally learned what YouTube money was about, and I finally understood how much money can be made doing these videos. I did not let the fact that I lost such a large percentage of money affect me. I knew that that was a staple in my life. I learned many lessons from it. I learned to actually read contracts. I learned to actually do research before I joined any networks or, did any business related things. So I tell you that story to let you know that that was the first time I made any real kind of money. I remember that feeling when I got that first paycheck. That's very important, because whenever you receive anything like that, you want to remember and establish the feeling you were feeling at that time, because it is all about the feeling and the energy that you put out. So when I got that first $20,000, I remember I was shaking. I texted my mom and I was like, oh my God, like I have a lot of money. I genuinely felt rich at the time, and I was like, this is crazy. I just couldn't even understand or interpret what was happening in my life. But I had finally awoken the giant and opened the door, teaching me how much more there is out there and how literally anything I set my mind to, I can make. That year at Playlist Live, it was my first ever Playlist Live. There's actually a video of me there. I was on a panel with Shay Carl and everything, and I was a small YouTuber at the time. I was with my friend Fahad. Now this is a very important part of the story. Me and Fahad at about 2 a.m. were walking the streets of Orlando. I think that's where we were. And I looked at Fahad in the eye, who did all my videos with me, and I said, next year, I want to be back here at Playlist Live and I want to make 6 figures. I wasn't making 6 figures at the time, but I put it out there. When I put it out there, I truly believed and I truly knew that I was going to make 6 figures. Now, I didn't just say oh, I hope that one day in my life make 6 figures. I said, when I come back, I'm going to make 6 figures. I want to make, and I'm going to make 6 figures. I believed it, I felt it, I understood it. I knew that I was worth it, and I knew that I deserved it. That's very important when you put out into the world what you want to achieve. If you doubt yourself, how do you expect anybody to believe you, and how do you expect the universe to believe you and give you what you want? I think it was only a couple of months after that, I finally made my first 6 figures. And once I reached that, new milestone, I told myself, wait, if I'm able to say I want to make 6 figures and I made 6 figures that easy, why not ask for more? The more money I started asking for, and the more work I put in, the more money started coming in, and I realized what it was all about, man. What we do in life is set our own limitations. There are so many times where we doubt ourselves and use the words I am in a negative way. If you say out loud, I'm poor man, I'm broke man, I can't afford that, then you know exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna be poor, you're gonna be broke, and you're not gonna be able to afford it. Even if you are poor, even if you are broke, and even if you can't afford it, you can never say that and believe that. You have to always do the reverse action of that, or else you are always gonna remain that. If you are saying that out to the world is gonna give it right back to you. When I had 0 subscribers, I didn't say, nobody knows me, man. I'm never gonna have 1 million subscribers. I said, no, I'm going to get 1 million subscribers. I know what it feels like to get 1 million subscribers. I felt it and I believed it. If you watch my first ever YouTube video, I believed it. That is everything that success is about. It's believing it and feeling it before you actually get it. The rest will fall into place. So if you're walking around the mall and you see something that you want, if you look at that thing and say, I can't afford it, I won't be able to afford it, I promise you'll never be able to afford it. Anytime I went to the mall for something I wanted, even if I couldn't afford it at that time, I either tried it on, I felt it, I held it, and I knew that one day it would be mine. And before I knew it, everything I started manifesting was coming into my life. It works so much more than just money. So when I told myself I wanted to become a millionaire, it wasn't far-fetched anymore. At the time, I was only making 100,000 here, 100,000 there, but before I knew it, the more I started to believe that I was going to make my first $1 million, the easier it became. Revenue started coming into my life from all different angles because I told the universe and I told myself I'm going to be a millionaire at a young age. Now, it's different because I made my first $1 million when I was young. I believe I was 23, but then there was a different time where I actually had more than $1 million in the bank. Now, that's a big difference. And I had to ask the universe what I wanted at the time. So when I said I wanted to become a millionaire, I did become a millionaire in the fact that I made my first $1 million at 23. But then I said, I want to hold $1 million in the bank, and that finally happened at the age of 25. And then I started being smart and asking for more, and more started coming into my life. Now the money, like I said, did not just come into my life because I was a YouTuber. Because there's obviously millionaires of all different fashions who are making money in whatever they're doing, but they are still believing in the same principle. So many times I see people set up their own roadblocks because they're setting up the limitations for themselves in their head. The thing with me, and it's different than the way my father raised me, because my dad made a lot of money growing up. He's a hustler, man. He came from back home in the Middle East. He opened up delis his whole life, made a lot of money, put 4 kids through college, 2 of them through weddings, bought all of us our first cars, did really good for us. But the difference between my dad's ideologies and my ideology, my dad doesn't believe in wasting money and spending money like, just all over the place. I, from a young age, was never scared to lose and never scared to spend money. The reason I was never scared to lose or spend money was because I knew deep down, no matter how much I spent, it was gonna come right back to me. Now, a lot of people have trouble understanding this because they say that's horrible advice, because they think that if I tell people that, somebody's gonna go out, buy a Louis Vuitton bag, and then waste all their money and say like, damn, you should have told me it was gonna come back. I truly, deeply, in my heart, no matter what it is I wanna buy, and I know this is gonna shock a lot of people, no matter what it is, I go out, I don't look at price tags. I've never really cared about a price tag. Now I know when I went to see this chain, I was like, oh, how much was it? But that's just being conscious of if I want to spend money there and if I really wanted it. But no matter what it is, if I want it, I'm going to buy it without wondering, without calculating, without understanding. If I spend this, am I gonna go broke? Because the second that I put fear into myself and into the universe that I will lose money or go broke at any time in my life, it's going to happen because I'm putting it out there. So no matter what it is I'm going to buy, that's cool. It's gonna come back to me. That's why my dad doesn't understand why I spend so much money on different things, because I know if I put $25,000 here, I have $100,000 coming here, and I'm okay with that. Because I'm confident in it, and I believe in it, and I know the money will come to me. Now this all comes from the law of attraction, so I know there's a huge misunderstanding when I explain this, and my tattoo is itching, and something I'll have to explain to you guys later on, but I'm just trying to give you a brief summary as to how I manifest things in my life. You can never consciously be scared of being broke or going broke. You have to always be the reverse of what you want. Something simple that I learned from the law of attraction. If you are late, right, and you don't want to be late to work, you cannot say, I do not want to be late to work. You have to say, I want to be on time. I'm going to be on time. You can never put the negative out there into the world. You have to always put the positive. Why would you put the negative out there? If you put the negative out there and say, I do not want to be late, you're going to be late. You're going to be stressed out, you're going to panic, and you're going to end up being late. So if you say, I don't want to go broke, you're gonna go broke. But if you say, I'm rich, I'm gonna be rich, the universe will eventually listen to you. Now that doesn't mean you sit on your couch and say, I'm rich, I'm gonna be rich, and it's gonna happen. Because no matter what you say, you have to put the action in to get to those places you wanna be, but it all starts from belief. Before I lost the 49 pounds, if you go watch my vlog, on the first ever vlog, I explained to you guys that at the end of my journey, I was going to be a certain weight at the end and I was gonna do a transformation video. I did exactly that because I envisioned it. I manifested it. I never told myself, I'm gonna work out for 90 days and still be fat, or I'm fat, or I'm this, or I'm that. Because all the times I did that, that remained true. So once I learned how to do this with money and learned that the more money I ask for in my life, the more money is gonna come to me, I started using it for anything and everything that I wanted. I wanted to win Streamy Show of the Year, so I put it out there and I talked about it and I believed in it and I envisioned what it would be like to be on stage. I have vlogs where I said, I'm going to be on stage thanking my bruh-bros, and I did exactly that. I've always wanted to fly first class, and I always put out into the universe that one day I will always fly first class. Now, the universe listened to me, and now I go on tour, and the only tickets they book for us are first class. It's because I put it out there. So when it comes back to me, I'm not shocked by it, because I never doubt myself. I never set limitations for myself. I'm always welcoming and accepting of the blessings that are coming in. Guys, you are the creator of your future. You manifest whatever it is you want in life. You create it. So if you doubt yourself and you don't believe in yourself and you use negative thoughts constantly in your head, you're only going to get that. No matter if you're trying to be a doctor right now in school, that doesn't mean that just because you're going to try to become a doctor, you're gonna make a lot of money, because it all starts with the thoughts that you manifest in your head. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're gonna get an A on the test, and then you have to study for the test to get the A. If you walk into a test and say, I'm gonna fail this, you're gonna fail. But if you believe in yourself and tell yourself you're gonna get an A, and then you put in the work, you're going to get that A. You have to start using your thoughts as your friend. You have to start envisioning things for yourself. You have to start to take time for yourself, sit down and envision what it is you want. And feel inside what it would feel like to have it. Literally, no matter what it is right now, I want you to just take time for yourself every day, write it down, and then close your eyes and think about that thing. And think about already having it. And think about how happy you're gonna feel when you have it or when you attain it. And believe it. Believe that it is already yours. And then start doing whatever it is you have to do to get there. Now, you might not know how to get there yet, but if you start believing and you start looking into it, the road will eventually pave itself. I was a waiter at Chili's. I was a cashier at Best Buy, but I knew that I was gonna make 6 figures and I made it. Once I made 6 figures, I knew I was gonna make my first 7 figures and I made it. And so on and so forth. The Tyler Perry movie, I manifested it because I tweeted out the year before, and I said, I can promise you, next year, I will be in theaters in a movie and you guys will be buying tickets to see it. Tyler didn't even know me at the time. But because I put it out there and I believed in it and I thought about it privately to myself every day, Tyler ended up finding my videos, ended up calling me, we created a friendship, asked me to be in his movie, and now I'm in his movie. Things don't just happen. Opportunity doesn't just come knocking on your door randomly. Opportunity comes knocking on your door when you prepare for it to. When you are ready for opportunity to knock, opportunity will eventually knock, but it all starts up here. Start using your thoughts because it is the most powerful tool that you have. Start believing in yourself. Start using the most 2 powerful words, I am, to empower you and not to hurt you. I'll be damned if I ever say I am going to go broke, or I am broke, or I am this, or I am that. I used to do it for my depression and my weight gain all the time. I'm fat, I'm depressed, I'm fat, I'm depressed, I'm fat, I'm depressed. Now, constantly in my head, I'm happy, I'm powerful, I'm worthy, I'm strong, I'm rich, I'm this, I'm that, because I need to believe it. Eventually, when you start believing, you'll start getting it in the world. Man, the saddest thing I see is people being their own worst enemies as to why they will never be successful. By them constantly shelling out negativity to themselves, they are setting up their own roadblock, and it hurts me to see. What you put out into the world is what the world will give back to you. If you are negative towards somebody else, you might think you're hurting that person, you're only hurting yourself. So when you say negative things about yourself, it's going to come true and it's going to hurt you, and you are never going to achieve what it is you want to achieve. If you look at anybody who is successful, no matter what they're doing, they believed in themselves, man. They believed in themselves powerfully, because they understand how powerful it is to have those thoughts. So right now, what I want you to do, create goals on a piece of paper. Start small, even something tiny. Create things that you want to happen in your life. Test it out. Test out the power of belief and the power of faith. I'm not saying you to believe in any God. I'm not saying to do this. I'm saying use your thoughts to manifest what it is you want in this world. Now, you don't have to. You can reject everything I'm saying right now. I'm not trying to sell you a product. I'm not here promoting a YouTube book. I'm trying to help you out. I want you to be successful, man. I want you to start using your thought. You have the keys right now. Look at all the people who made it out of far worse circumstances than you. They believed in it. They understood it. I was just watching this new Netflix documentary about this football team. There was this one football player named John Franklin who did not get to start in any of the games. On the final game of their season, the final game, the star quarterback got injured. John Franklin, who the whole season you hear him saying, wait till I get my opportunity, wait till I get my chance. Wait, I promise I'm gonna show them. I can't wait till Auburn watches me. He got subbed in the game where Auburn was watching. He had 6 running touchdowns. He had so many yards. That quarterback who started the whole season didn't get any offers to colleges that he wanted. John Franklin got an offer from Auburn and went to Auburn. The universe listened to him. It works in mysterious ways. The quarterback who started before him just randomly got injured and randomly he got put in. It doesn't work like that, man. There's something else bigger at play, and it's the power of belief and the power of believing in yourself. Now, I know I digressed and talked about so many different things this video, but I just want you to hold on to all the little things I said in the beginning. Ask for it, believe in it, envision what it would feel like to have it, and it will come. Stop doubting yourself, stop being negative. If even for 1 second you don't feel like you are worthy of it, or you don't feel like it's possible, if you're sitting there right now and saying, man, this guy's full of trash, he's just a YouTuber, that's how he makes his money. How am I gonna make $100,000? How am I gonna make $1 million? I'm just a broke college student. You just paved your own road. You're never gonna make $100,000. You're never gonna make $1 million. You don't believe in yourself. How are you gonna make it? Bruh, I'm telling you, I was there. I was a waiter at Chili's and a server at Best Buy. My path happened to be YouTube, but there are so many different paths out there. Stop being negative. Stop. You're not affecting anybody but yourself. Stop calling yourself overweight. Stop complaining about your circumstances. Stop wondering why somebody else got an opportunity when you didn't. You are the creator of your thoughts. You are the creator of your life. You can manifest whatever it is you want in your life. And I hope this helped even one person. I truly hope it did. I have many more things I'm trying to manifest in my life. There's actually a huge announcement that I just found out. I think it was yesterday I tweeted about it. And when you guys see who I'm filming a video with next week, and then you go back to my tweets from a year ago and see that I tweeted this person and said I wanted to do a video with you, you'll see what I mean. I manifest everything that comes into my life and I accept them as blessings, and I'm grateful. The reason you see me celebrate every success, like when I was nominated for Streaming Show of the Year and I asked everyone to vote and everyone was like, you only won the stream this because you begged your fans to vote. It's because I wanted it that badly, because I was manifesting it into my life. And the reason I thank you guys so much and I go so crazy whenever I earn something, it's because I want to show the universe how grateful I am to get it. And I want to show everybody how thankful I am, because if I'm not, the door is gonna close. The blessings can stop. I can lose everything I gain like this. That's why I thank you guys so much. That's why I'm appreciative of you guys so much. I'm never scared to fail because I don't believe in failing. I only believe in succeeding because that's the only way. I know there's so many people who are rejecting what I'm saying right now, but there are some of you who are listening to everything and it's gonna open something inside you. Something's gonna click and you're gonna start using what I'm saying and your life is gonna change for good. I promise you that. Like I said, I'm not trying to sell a book, a product, or anything. Didn't have to do this. I truly want this to help somebody. And at my meet and greets, when somebody comes up to me and says, bruh, you told me I can do this and I did, I smile and I go, I know. Just watch. Just watch what's gonna happen. I love you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. If you wanna see more of these videos, me talk to you more about like, my path to success and how I got to where I am, give this video a big thumbs up. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow on DOSEofFOUSEY with Grind on South the T stays green, the line stay roaring. And don't forget, don't sweat the small stuff, but believe in yourself. It's more important.